And now it's my pleasure to introduce our panelists for the main portion of our keynote today. And they'll be discussing the Giftedness Knows No Boundaries campaign and the impact that gifted education has on all students.
For their kids. So there has to be some structure in place for a kid to succeed if you're going to put him in that environment.
Haley, I'm going to go back to you. How is your first year going at SMU? What are you finding that is difficult? What keeps you up at night? Hopefully some schoolwork, unless you're done so early. But how is it going?
It's going really well. I am enjoying it, and I think personally I have fantastic time management skills, and I think that really helps. Being able to allocate specific time to specific cases, yes, but specific classes. I think that's really important. It's really, really important actually in law school. To be able to know when to take breaks and how long, and you can't do everything. As my mom always says, you can't go to your sport and watch TV and all of this in law school because you have so much homework to do. And so being able to manage, well, I went to fencing today, so I'm going to stay home, not watch TV. I'm going to do my case readings and stuff. And I think that being willing to let go of a lot of your free time, not all of it, but a lot of it, and be willing to, when you're done with your homework, just go right to bed. There's no TV, things like that. I think they're helpful in law school, and I think I've done a good job of that. We have our practice exams tomorrow, so you can ask me after that. But I think I'm going to do great. I feel confident, and that's why I say that. But granted, I've never taken a law school exam before, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I would say my favorite classes right now are either criminal or torts. Both of my professors, all of my professors are phenomenal, but both of those professors in particular, I just love them. I would recommend them to anybody. I would recommend the school to anybody. But yeah, to answer your question, it's been great.
So there's one thing, a few people know that you changed into law, that you originally did not want to pursue a degree in law. Tell us what changed that and what you were going to do.
Yeah, I think it was mentioned earlier, my mom's a doctor, an ER doctor, and so originally I wanted to follow that path, and I wanted to follow it for so long that my first semester, I don't think it was a full year, my first semester in undergrad, I was a biology or chemistry major so that I could go to medical school. But as I was taking those classes, I looked back on, people asked me questions on how I got here and, the questions, interviews, stuff like that. And I would look back on my experience and think about how many other students have been looked over, how many other students didn't have the opportunities I had, didn't have the parents I have, don't have just the life I have, the opportunities, just, serendipity for me, potentially. Other students might not get the opportunities and the push that my parents had, their parents might not even be able to give them, might not even know to give them. And I was thinking how unfortunate it is that we could potentially miss a whole generation of, world changers and critical thinkers and presidents and doctors and lawyers just because we don't pay close enough attention or we have biases. And I was thinking, what's one of the highest degrees I can get and that will really help me and support me in making a difference in the diversity of the teacher workforce, the diversity of the gifted and talented program, and I came to the conclusion of law school. And so it's been a great decision.
We love that answer. Thank you. It reminds me